I'm having a great time. I'm so glad you're hanging out here. I've got one last story to tell you, if that's cool. Can I tell you one last story? Thank you. So this is the worst gig that I ever did in New York City. And our dream as comedians is to be paid. That's all we want to do, is be professionals. You want to get paid for every show. So this gig happened around the holiday season. I'm walking down the street and my phone starts blowing up in my pocket. I pick it up, and first off, it's a phone call and not a text. What type of a sociopath still calls? Like, even my best friends don't call me. They text, hey fam, I'm calling you in 15 minutes, surf emoji. Like, you gotta prep people. If it's just a random call out of nowhere, I'm like, who died? Like, I know, maybe I'm anxious and neurotic about it, but, and if it's a number I don't know, I'm gonna answer in Spanish. You know, you gotta give the telemarketers something to work for. And honestly, Spanish is like a pretty easy obstacle to get over. Like, I don't know if you were on Facebook about 2 months ago, there was a viral video of this lawyer who lost his mind in a Panera Bread because two people were ordering their lunch in Spanish. And he was like, what is happening in this country with these Purple Mountains majesty? And you two are speaking Cervantes' tongue? Like, this is Manna La Mancha? Look, you better order those blueberry scones in English or I'm calling ICE. You know, and then, and all these people videotaped him, and he got doxxed, and then mariachi band showed up in front of his apartment, and they just played Bem 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 Maria Te Quiero Bem 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 until the homeowners association just kicked him out, and he got fired, which is appropriate. But honestly, I don't understand why he lost his marbles over that. Like, Spanish is such an easy language to learn. All you need to do is listen to Sublime's Caress Me Down. You'll pick up enough. You know, it's fine. So I pick up the phone and I go, hola, dígame. And then on the other end, hola, esto es Gabriel Pacheco, el comediante in Brooklyn? What? So I like default back to English. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm Gabe Pacheco. Excellent. Hello, my name is Heschel Moskowitz. I need to know, what are your rates to do a Christmas show in Spanish for 45 minutes? I already know you're available. I've checked your schedule. This guy has done some enemy of the state surveillance on me. Can you do 45 minutes in Spanish? Well, first off, Heschel, I can do 45 minutes in Spanish. Can I do 45 minutes in Spanish? No. But you never turn down a gig. So, yeah, sure, I can do 45 minutes in Spanish. What are your rates? Where is it? It's in Williamsburg. It's going to be a holiday Christmas party in Williamsburg. And it's clearly not going to be for him or his people based on the voice I just did. But I was like, okay, that's like it's pretty close. How about $500? But you need to Venmo me right now. My handle is Gabriel-Pacheco. My Venmo handle is Gabriel-Pacheco. You always got to say your Venmo handle every show. And immediately my phone buzzes and there's $500 in my account. So the plane is in the air and I don't know how to land it, but we are committed. So he goes, excellent. I will give you a call back with more details in a moment. Click. And now my heart is just flooded with adrenaline. I'm like, I look at my phone and I start reapplying the Duolingo app. And mind you, I've done comedy in Spanish. Like, I had the privilege of going to Mexico City, and I did 8 minutes of stand-up in Mexico City in Spanish. But Mexico City Mexicans are like New Yorkers, just a little bit more tan. Like, you know, it's because we all have the same pop culture. They're watching Netflix. So my punchlines were like, "Como se dice, The Walking Dead?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, zombies!" You know? Super easy. And also, when you travel to another country, if you try to speak that language, people are super grateful. Like, if a French performer came up here right now and was like, "I'm going to do comedy in English, Tinder," right? You'd be like, okay, we'll give him... yeah, it's like, it's like a special needs talent show. You're like, yeah, good job. So I'm down there, and I'm basically the zany foreigner abroad. So they love it. I'm basically just doing Borat in Spanish. I was like, mi esposa. And they couldn't get enough. Very different than having to do 45 minutes now for Christmas at a holiday party. I go and look up Heschel Moskowitz, and he is a legit agent. This guy is for real, but he has a very specific demographic that he represents in southern Williamsburg. He's got a whole bunch of bands that he represents that play like klezmer music, so it's accordions. It's like what Fievel listened to before he went west. So I'm like, how did this guy find me? Did he just Googled like Brooklyn Mexican stand-up comedian? Thank you, search engine optimization. Right? So he doesn't know what he's in for. I don't know what I'm in for. I get to this Williamsburg high-rise, and I go in an elevator to the top floor, and the doors open to a banquet hall filled with 300 Mexican construction workers from like Aguascalientes, Durango, they're like from real Mexico. I'm like, from DC. Very different. And there's like bowel loosening house music playing, like wop, 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 wop. And there's a strobe light, and it feels like that purgatory room in Beetlejuice. And I'm terrified. And I go downstairs to get my opener. I paid another comedian $75 to do 35 minutes. Showbiz! He's from Colombia. So I was like, oh, he'll know what to do. I just have to coast it for 10. And we go back up, and now I just stare at him while we're in the elevator to see what face he makes when the doors open again. And it's like in Saving Private Ryan when they land at Normandy, and he's freaked out by what we're seeing. And man, this is the best crowd you could have because you're all facing me. They're at circular tables, and the front row is just a bunch of dudes like this. This is a stage, which is cool. There was just a buffet table behind me. So not only am I telling jokes they don't want to hear, but I'm like a goalie keeping them from the free sushi that their Hasid like bosses have provided for them. That's right. It's a bunch of Orthodox Jewish men who have hired these Mexican construction workers, and they're feeding them Japanese food on Christmas. Only in Trump's America. And like I said, these guys, like, they're gonna have kids or grandkids that are like me. So they're looking at the future, and I'm just like, mi alergias. So bad. So my man, the opener, he does like 8 minutes of the 35 he's supposed to do, and he does a little bit of crowd work, and he goes, what's up with your friend over here? And the table of men are like, he's gay, and then the whole room, 300 people go, yeah, more gay jokes. Oh God. How do you guys feel about your bosses? The Jews! So I'm like, oh, I can't, oh my God. I can't even do, I got type 5 on that. I can't do 10. So my man gets off after 8 minutes, and then I go up in front of the food. And I do 4.5 minutes before they start putting the reggaeton up, like slowly. And then a foreman comes and like forcefully, but yet gently, but forcefully drags me off the stage. And so I did 4.5 minutes of comedy, and I felt so bad leaving. But then I thought about, well, all I want to do is get paid doing this. And I got paid $500 for 4.5 minutes. So basically, I made like $111 a minute doing stand-up poorly. And the lesson I have to give you guys from that is say yes to everything and make sure you get paid up front. I'm Gabriel Pacheco. Thank you so much.